So it's 9 a.m. I'd like to welcome everybody to the July 2nd, 2024, Tuesday morning Board of Commissioners meeting of the Village District of Idlewise. And at 9 a.m., the first thing on our agenda is the approval of the agenda. We want to see a copy of it.
In hand.
Any revisions for it?
Not from me.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. So Nancy seconds. I have to take the minutes too, so. Second on our agenda is approval of minutes. I have to bring my minutes up. 6:25. For discussion, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of June 25th.
Second.
Do I approve and then we go into discussion, or we do go into discussion and then approve?
We've made the motion second, so now it's on the floor, so now we discuss.
Okay?
I have a couple of things. Do you wanna go first?
No, the chair should probably go last, get the last word, so I'll go first. Under DPW, I'm just, is this the correct name on bullet point 3? Is the name of the company Chadwick Barros?
Yep.
Yes.
B-A, okay, all right. Just, I thought I heard it as something else. Then under scheduled appearances, when Ian spoke last week, under the first bullet point, the minutes read, Ian hopes that there will be functional drawings produced after completion. But it doesn't say who is responsible for these. Would that be Dawson, since they completed the work? Do we know who's responsible for those drawings? And if it is Dawson, should we hold off on that final payment until we receive these drawings? And if we don't know the answer to this yet, we can table that for the moment. That was just my question there.
So let's see, you're not modifying the minutes. The minutes cause you to ask for.
Ask for a question, because I wish
Which
they'd
didn't
been a little.
happen during the meeting,
Right,
so it's not really changed the minutes.
no,
So you should make that a note to bring up in this meeting or,
okay,
right?
okay. Just would have been nice if that information was there, but perhaps that, I guess we all know that there was a lot of information put out by Ian in a very short space of time. We know how he is. And it may have been put out there, but I don't know. I don't remember. Okay, on bullet point 2 about the, it's just wording kind of irks me. The second paragraph says he can always manually kick on if it is required. I don't think we really kick on pipes. Wouldn't it be
I'm not sure where you are.
second paragraph or second bullet point under 5, scheduled public appearance about Ian, the Muddy Beach pumps? And the final sentence says he can always manually kick on if it is required. The kick-on's referring to the pumps. Wouldn't better wording be he can always manually turn the pumps on at Muddy Beach versus kick on? I don't know. Just druthers on my part.
Okay, let me catch that. Kick on should be replaced with turn on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then on bullet point 3 about the Como PRV, the first sentence is a little awkward. It's written, engineer attempted to view the pit, did not occur due to level of water in there. Just reads a little awkward. It could be finessed.
2 sentences.
Yeah. Could be finessed a bit. Let's see, that's it on that.
Hold on, let me capture that. Okay.
Okay, then under your report last week, bullet point 3, 3 road signs have been ordered and will arrive in the first week of July. I couldn't remember which ones, but you see you have them right here. But the reason I asked that is, and I'll bring this up again since this doesn't need to go on these minutes, but I was walking Hutwell and I saw a street sign post that's missing a street sign. I think it's Como. I think that's missing. And then the final bullet point regarding Primex in the first sentence, where it reads, their investigation of the fraudulent funds, wouldn't be the fraudulent withdrawal
I don't know where
of
you are.
funds.
Where are you?
Your very last bullet point,
Last bullet.
last bullet point. Wouldn't a better wording be the fraudulent withdrawal of funds? Funds in and of themselves are not fraudulent. And again, these are just my nits.
Yeah.
And that's all I have for the minutes, last week's minutes.
Do you have anything, Nancy?
I had a question around kick-on, and we just covered that,
Yep.
so that was it.
Okay. I have one on my report, my first bullet she has here. It says inquiry made inquiry has been made to obtain the quote to the upgrade to the hard drive for the SCADA system. It's not a hard drive, it's,
To the hard drive.
no,
No?
it's the complete PC upgrade
Yes.
Oh, okay.
of they call it the human device interface, HDI. It's the way humans can talk to and receive information from the complete SCADA system through the pumps all around the village. I had another one, now I gotta find it because I put all your stuff in here. Under the DPW report, I could save that. It says, report of trash dumped at Thusis Beach, marked to review with the DPW, what is to be done when they receive a report like this? I was actually talking about whether the DPW has gloves and bags. Do you have heavy duty trash bags? Do you have
Yep.
gloves?
Yep. Yeah, we usually keep a box, rubber gloves down in the shop.
I'd like to find out where they are. It was a mess, I had to go home. The trash bags I had, the big lawn bags were not big enough,
Oh.
and I had one glove.
Maybe some N95
Got it done,
masks
but-
as well.
Yeah,
It's
because
kinda
I went to look at that after I heard that, and it wasn't there, but I did find some stuff down on Idlewild Beach that we cleaned up.
When I find it, I have my big dog with me, and I can't do anything about it until I get him home,
Right.
then come back.
What are you trying to say? Hank may nose his way through that trash?
He led me to it, because it wasn't, you can't see it from the road.
Ah,
So,
Okay.
with those modifications, do I hear an approval? All in favor of the minutes as amended?
aye.
3-0 on approving the minutes. So, at 9:09, I close the minutes, save it first. This rips along if I'm doing two things at once, huh? So 9:09, we go to approval of the manifest, and the first one is an operations manifest for $12,388.91. 9:09. So I'll make a motion to approve this operations manifest for discussion.
Second.
Second by Nancy. Discussion on the operations manifest. I see I can hear the calculator smoking next to me.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so that's why I always double check, yep, the two figures add up, and did I have some questions on some of the bills?
There's no one here to answer them except for Jeff.
Oh, okay, well, then,
We can come back to it.
yeah, just one thing we need to keep in mind on the GW Brooks bill for the calcium chloride. I'm not questioning the charge, you told us $1.63 per gallon, 3,000 gallons, $4,890 total. It's at the bottom in a little box, man, that grabbed my attention where it says a finance charge of 8% per month will be charged on all accounts over 15 days past due. Annualized, this is 151.817% per year. Wow, woof. That's a lot.
That's the same terms
Uh-huh,
as the Dawson contract
yep,
that the previous board signed that they were levying.
But that's different, that's work, this is just buying a product, which we're
Either case, the attorney called it loan shark
yes, it is.
interest rates.
It is loan sharking, but the point is,
We buy it, we don't know what these terms are until we get the invoice.
we need to get this, the date is May 22nd, date completed 5/22. Work completed, so they say 15 days, we're long past that 15 days, so I'm not sure if they really enforce it that greatly, but nonetheless, we need to be mindful of payment terms. Most vendors want to be paid within 30 days. 30 days is reasonable. 15 days is, I don't know.
15 days and at those rates.
Yeah, so that's it, just we need to be mindful of that. And sometimes I've seen a date on an invoice, but we won't see it. It'll be, I assume we receive these in the mail versus email, I don't know. We'll see them way later than the date that's on it. Anyway, that's just a comment. Otherwise, I got no issues.
Any other items of question here? We have a bill from DuBois and King for $720. That was his meeting and transport time. That was well worth it.
yep,
Eastern Propane is buying diesel fuel for $217. Brooks, you mentioned. We did get a bill from Jason Dennis of Hastings Law Firm. He charged us $390 versus the $2,500 that we got a quote from that we
yes,
struggled for weeks, but we
but
ended
it was
up-
worth it.
Yep,
That's nice.
big savings.
We'll have to ask him if he'd like to do other types of work for us. Jennifer Scully wants to clean the office. We advertised for somebody to clean and got no response on Facebook. She's buying mops and buckets and wants to do that, and I told her I'd help her. The signs, here are the low-cost signs. You can still get them at that same price if you want to get a Como sign.
Nice. For those of us now
You can
wear reading
get 'em
glasses.
two-sided, you can get them thick and metal, you can get them
Yeah.
with a protective coating, but that's the lowest cost one.
Well,
Yeah, if it's gonna be on a, post, I think we need the thicker ones and the, ones that have the wording on both sides.
okay.
'Cause you need to be able to see it from both sides of the
Right.
post. But on a tree, these are perfect.
Okay, and we'll see over the next year how they hold up through
Yeah.
4 seasons.
Yep.
And I bet you there'll be a little fading of the green, but they'll be fine. I'm confident. Those will last several years, if
18
not more.
bucks,
Yeah.
49 for 3 of them, I think, 47, or
Mm.
49, 44. Napa was the blue,
Blue Death.
yeah, what was that? I saw the containers in the garage.
Yeah, that's the stuff you gotta put in for the diesel exhausts. On these newer diesels, they all have like exhaust fluid that needs to be put in them
Huh,
to make them clean. So it's just an added cost to diesel motors.
Which of our machinery is diesel? Is diesel
Everything.
All of them?
The only one that doesn't require this extra fluid is the grader. It's beyond, it's older. It's old enough that, I mean, it has its diesel regens and stuff like that where it cleans off the carbon and all, but it doesn't require that type of fluid to go in it.
So both the Ram trucks are diesel also?
Correct.
I did not know that, okay.
Yeah, and they both require this blue def, and so does the backhoe.
So all in favor of approving the manifest at, let's see, if we get down to it. This is $11,210.
No, this is the total, right
But
there.
that's not what the,
There were two ones I saw. That's,
$12,388
that's correct.
Yes.
and 91 cents.
Yes.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
3-0. So now we'll look at the water manifest.
Yep. One bill. For what, the caustic soda?
Monstrum Company is for $2,506.
Yep.
Yep.
Not much of a discussion on that.
No.
You second that?
Second.
All in favor of approving the $2,506 manifest for the water system, say aye.
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 3-0.
Can I ask a question?
Yep.
Why did Nick's bill come out of the water assessment fund?
That's a good question.
We talked to him about several things. The main thing was the water system and the project. We did talk to him about
Grissom Road.
Grissom,
You
so it
did?
should be split.
I forgot about Grissom, but I knew a lot of it was Como. I'm just wondering.
But the majority of it, I would say, was water. So a split, Dubois and King. Thank you. So now back to the agenda, let's see.
It was 9/17.
Should we make a specific motion to sign the checks out of session since we don't have them?
I'm now thinking, does that give us a chance to split this?
It does.
If they haven't been cut yet. Otherwise it'd be a reimbursement or just rip up the existing check if it's been cut and start from scratch.
No,
Right.
we transfer money, I think.
Right.
It depends on what QuickBooks needs to show the split, so I don't know the answer to that really.
Okay.
So yes, I'll make a motion to sign out of session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
3-0. So at 9:18, we move to the DPW report. Morning, Jeff.
Good morning. So, we got the pipes in from Smithfield,
Culvers.
the culvert pipes, right, yes, culverts. So do we need to contact the homeowner on Doorfly to let him know that we're gonna change that pipe, that culvert? So in case he's gonna be trying to get in and out of there, there's that one residence in there. I'm not sure if I used to think it was a full-time resident, but I'm not positive of that. Cause I think we could plan on doing that on Monday.
Yes, I would
Yeah.
think so.
I think that's a good idea.
I don't know how you contact them in time.
Yeah, I don't know if Jennifer has a list of the names or
Could we just leave a
A note at
something-
his door.
notice on it, yeah, taped to his door?
Here's Jennifer coming in.
And if it-
Yeah, I mean,
If it's still there when you go to start work, he hasn't seen it and
Right. Okay, you want me to write something up then like that?
Yes.
Okay.
I think we have to let the sheriff's department know that emergency services couldn't access that while that culvert's going in.
Right.
To get to that house,
Yeah,
or a fire down that road.
right.
That's going across the road at about what point?
The entrance to Doorfly off of East Bergamo,
Right.
So it's right at the entrance,
It's right
when
at
you
the
make that
entrance.
right.
Yeah.
Okay,
entrance to the road,
yeah.
Class 6 road, which is marked private way,
I've seen that.
which shouldn't be, because we own it.
So we could take the private way down.
We could just cross that part of the sign off, because the rest of the sign might be useful to that property owner. Just so people know that it doesn't go anywhere. It's into his house. Good morning.
Good morning.
So just paint over it.
We're not having a good time without you.
Really?
So yeah, so I'll take care of that. We'll do that. We got the speed bumps in. I'm sure everybody's seen them.
Mm-hmm.
And we fixed the picnic table. I fixed the picnic table. Tony's on vacation.
That's the picnic table at Geneva Beach.
Geneva Beach.
And Dinah found one plank broken last week. And then she came back this week and saw the second plank on the same side broken. So when I get down there, we thought it might be due to people vandalizing it, but it was really that it was rotted in the middle of both planks.
Yeah. So
So Jeff got bored, cut the edges into looking like the original manufacturer in time for the 4th of July activities.
Great, thank you.
Nice.
right.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's even wood. They don't make it like they used to. It seems like it just doesn't last.
Yeah, the old ones are practically indestructible. but-
Yeah, that's the thing, you know. But that's. I just want to say thank you because last week you guys let me cut out a little early on a couple of days for my boys' baseball games, and if you read the paper today, you'll see they won the championship.
All right.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, yeah.
So that was pretty awesome.
So it was a great investment by the
So
village district.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, these 13-year-olds took home the gold. So
Congratulations to the
that
team.
was awesome. So I got to participate in that. Yeah, I'm gonna get some more of that gravel that we procreated a couple weeks ago to have that in house. I'm gonna fill a few potholes and grease the
That's the
backhoe.
continuation of the 10 truckloads.
Right, correct. And maybe I'll hang some signs. I'll take these with me, and
Tony is off next week. and
he's
you
off
have-
this week.
This week.
Yeah.
Right.
And you have some days coming up,
And I will be off
the 12th.
the week after that. So we'll both be here next week.
We have a note saying you're off the 12th,
Yeah.
just that one day.
Just that one day.
And
Well,
then the
that's a
following
Friday.
week,
And then the following week.
Okay,
I'll be on vacation.
Yep.
so that's a request for the 12th and the 15th through the 19th. I'll make a motion that we approve this vacation request.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
3-0.
Thank you.
All
And-
set?
Yeah, unless there's anything you guys have.
Yeah, just a question for my edification. You were talking about gravel, and that's what,
Just one. Just put yours on it anyway.
I did a real long walk yesterday, 5 miles around the district. And
Nice.
When I was on Gretchen Drive, not
Gretchen.
too far in, there was an area laid down gravel, and there looked like there was one area where just somebody decided to just leave his truck there with brakes on and spin the tires because it's like just There's just a tire divot there where they took out all the gravel and it's sort of wet in there or something. It was just weird.
Yeah, no, that's an area that I'm gonna check out and do some work today.
Yeah.
That's definitely got some potholes over there on
Yeah.
Gretchen right at the beginning.
It wasn't horrible. It was just very strange where, you laid down the gravel and just one, not two, but one tire indentation.
Yeah, no, there's some holes over there.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else on Public Works? So at 9:25, we'll look at scheduled appearance, of which there's none. So at 9:25, we'll go to administrator's report.
I'll take these with me then, thank you.
All right, have a good 4th.
Yes, you
Yes.
as well. Enjoy this beautiful weather.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, so what, is there anything listed under admin report?
No,
Nope.
Thank you.
so you have nothing, God? Okay, under, well, at 9:26, we're looking at old business tabled items, of which we have none. 9:26, we're looking at signature items, and there's none to be signed. So at 9:26, we'll do commissioners' reports. So the main thing I have is updating you on FEMA. We are not gonna meet with FEMA this week because it's a holiday. So we have a week off, although they loaded us up with assignments. So last week, I said that they wanted a detailed description as to why we need an extension now on 2 different projects. One is the graveling of the roads, and the second one is asphalt. And storm damage that was done to the asphalt, as far as I know, was mainly on Appinville Way on Playground Hill, going up in that side. So, there wasn't a plan to hire a paving company to do that, but they want an extension. It doesn't have to be done this year either. The main one is gravel, and they're saying it's not limited by what our gravel budget is this year. They want to approve reimbursement on an estimate of gravel that could be done over the next 2 years. So now that's back on the radar, and that's anywhere where there was a hill that the rainstorms of July basically took the fines out of the road and washed a layer of gravel right off the road. So by next Thursday, I hope to have the width, the depth that we want to put gravel, and the length of the sections of all of highways, not limited by our remaining budget. So that's a fair amount of work. I don't know if I'll get it done, but I'll whack away at it.
How do you do that? Because
Uh,
it's not the road dimensions, it's not the entire road needs gravel.
No, it's the slopes. It's where rain washed it off. Otherwise Drive doesn't need a lot. But the slopes of West Bergamo and slopes like that, you can see where it is. And to get the lengths, the roads, I'm gonna use 22 feet wide, and they're okay with standard road widths. We're pretty standard. And the depth's gonna be 3 inches. And it's just a matter of determining what the lengths are. And I can do that using the Madison tax maps. It has a measuring tool, and I know where the slopes are, even though it's a flat map. And so I can give them a really good approximation of.
So that would include Appinville, Aspen,
We have lots of hills.
yeah, we do, Oak Ridge, Chicora View
Any hill
Drive,
that's not
St.
paved.
Moritz.
Yes.
Oh, and it's not paved,
Yeah.
okay.
So that's my commissioner's report for this week.
Mine is, I've contacted the vendors for the electrical work and the new doors and security walls for the Summit Cabana. It's just a matter of pinning down dates that they can do the work and that either myself or Doug Prescott can be present, because one of us always has to be present while somebody's within those spaces. I expect to have those dates firmed up next week, because right now with the holiday, nobody wants to commit to anything. Then the other thing is just another public service announcement. Please remember that there are no fireworks allowed in the town of Madison, and that includes the village district of Idlewice. And one of the big reasons we don't want fireworks is because if you're blowing fireworks off, especially near the ponds, that creates all sorts of nasty stuff that gets into our ponds. Not to mention the startling of the wildlife, which we don't want to do. So again, it's illegal in the town of Madison, and that includes Idlewice. I like fireworks as much as the next person, but the town of Conway at the North Conway Railway train station puts on a great fireworks show.
It's also not good for combat veterans.
Yeah, I have a hearing loss due to being around too much gunfire during my time in the service.
Thank you.
My turn?
Your turn.
Oh, gee. For something different, we have driveways.
Dun, dun, dun.
Driveways, part 12.
Well, we're getting there.
Yes.
We're getting there. So I sent around some draft letters. For these, 1, 2,
23 and 27.
3 of them. And I think you had some.
Yeah, I just did some wordsmithing, which I'd be more than happy to go back and take your original copies on my computer and put them in, but I'd rather you check them first, make sure you're okay with them, because this is your baby. I don't want to impinge on your, this is, like I said, I just thought,
Okay, so let's determine what letters we're working on first.
it was the 5 you sent me. It was,
This first one is 23 Hotwell.
Okay, so 23 and 27, according to what I received from Nancy, are very similar. Or they're like the same letter.
So I just grabbed the latest one that she sent.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got the emails all at the same time, saw that
Right.
she sent a second round to them, and now Wood has modifications today. So what do I do today with Wood's modifications? Do you want to sit here and go through his modifications, or we want to do this, have him do this offline? I guess I can't do that.
Okay. The first change that he has,
Or you have the changes, okay.
yeah, he just handed me
I just
a
pen and
written
inked them, but I could,
copy. But this is exactly as it's written in the ordinance.
oh, the word punished versus
Yes.
penal, I thought punished was really harsh, okay.
Yes.
Then
Yes.
I'll retract. I thought penalized was a little bit better word than punished, but if you're using words straight out of the ordinance, then okay.
Yes.
I did not know that because I don't have the ordinance memorized yet. I mean, by and large, it's all perfectly understandable as is. There may have been 1 or 2 things like this one, like nowhere is 27 Hotwell Road referenced. In other ones, you had RE, you had the address in it. So
Well, that should come under the regarding heading.
Yes.
yes.
Should
Then we
specify.
could put it up there because the address, the person's home address is different than the VDOE
Correct.
address.
Of course.
And that's
So, yes,
okay.
okay.
Yes, I'll correct that.
Okay, fine. Then the rest of it on the, this is which one? 27 Hotwell is fine. Okay, this definitely needs to be corrected. On 57 Idlewice Drive, it says in with the driveway ordinance. It should
yes.
be in accordance
In accordance.
with the VDOE driveway ordinance.
Okay.
That was the one,
Yeah.
yep.
So we won't sign that today, that needs to be fixed, and we'll sign that out of session.
Yes.
So I'll make that, oh, you're continuing to, you have more stuff on that?
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're talking about different locations.
Yep,
So, we started with 23.
Mm-hmm.
23 we decided
And
not,
maybe we should clarify what these letters
Yes, we should make
are
motion for
for.
23.
okay, 23 we decided not to change, leave as is.
But indicate that it is 23 Hutwell. Class 5 is a Roman numeral,
Oh, instead of the word?
instead of 5 and 6.
Does it really matter?
Well, I'm just saying that's how I've seen
Yeah.
it. And
Yep.
there's no mention of fees. When they submit an application, I didn't know if you wanted to consider putting what the application amount is with indicating that an application needs to be submitted. That's just all I had on these letters.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea to put,
Yeah.
you are required to submit an application with a fee of
$200.
$200.
Okay,
Okay, so that's the only, and under the RE portion, it says driveway permit required. The address isn't there, but since I guess they live there,
They do.
okay. And that was the house that was putting in a new driveway. They already have a driveway, but they're putting in they're trying to sneak in a
it's-
second driveway?
It's actually, that second driveway has existed for years. They had to take it out, per se. They had to destroy the bottom of the pavement, because the upper part is paved,
Yeah.
but the bottom part is not, to get it out of the right of way. And that happened before the ordinance got changed to allow a second driveway.
yeah, I see.
Okay,
So now they have started
so it's not like they're being
to,
grandfathered in, they have to start all over again.
correct,
Okay.
correct. So now they've started to reuse that driveway. They put more gravel in. They have changed the way the drainage works at the,
It needs a culvert now.
so it needs a culvert now.
Oh,
But
Check
that,
in the ditch.
that I figured we would pick up on
the application.
when we get the application.
Yep,
Yeah,
Because right now, we don't have an application at all. Now, they may choose to, to stop using it again, you know, and to take the gravel out of that area. That was the choice they did last time.
oh, I
right.
see.
But based by the amount of guests they had there with all those cars, that was, somebody complained about.
That's,
It
yeah,
looks like they
The-
want that
those-
space.
those are
Residents.
residents.
Not
Those are
guests.
people that live there, not guests.
Oh, I see.
How many people live there?
That is not our issue.
Okay,
Yep, okay.
alrighty.
All the kids got their licenses and now have cars. It happens.
I think they want that drive.
So to focus this, we have some changes to this document.
Yep.
So I'll make a motion that we update the document with the changes discussed and sign this out of session and send it.
Second.
Aye.
No further discussion? How do you vote?
Aye.
3-0.
I think we nailed this one, okay.
Now we're on to 27, Hutwell?
Yes. And I believe that was in the RE, the address needs to be cited because it's
Yep.
going to a different, the
Yes.
homeowner has a different home of record address.
There's no house there at 27.
Oh, that's a brand new,
There's
oh, that's,
physically no home,
that's right,
yeah.
okay, that's being,
Right.
a property being developed, okay, yeah, mm-hmm.
So we need to add under RE,
27
address.
Hotwell.
Okay, that's the
Yep.
first thing. So, anything else?
No.
Any other changes to this document?
Just the similar changes that we did
The
for
fee,
23.
The application fee,
Yep,
Right,
Yep.
yep,
those two changes, any other changes? I'll make a motion that we approve this letter as modified and sign it out of session.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
3-0. She's writing. She must be okay with that. You vote yes, Nancy, right?
Yes.
Okay, so next we have
57 Idlewise Drive.
The second paragraph
Yep.
needs to read in accordance with the VDOE driveway, because right now it just reads in with the driveway ordinance.
Right, I missed the word. So it should say in accordance with the driveway ordinance.
That's,
I don't have copies of these, I think she sent them over.
I did.
Yeah.
okay.
any other changes? So I'll make a motion that we modify this letter and sign it out of session. Send it.
Second.
Okay.
Further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
3-0.
Now we're on to 9 Jungfrau Road. And the same thing, the second paragraph should read in accordance with the driveway ordinance. No additional work may be done, and it's all there. Now, Nancy, I had a question. The third paragraph, you said the driveway that has been constructed, you said does have the required negative grade. I think it is
Oh,
does
it
not.
does not.
So it should read not. The word not is the missing word. Does not have the required negative grade. And then I think the end of the sentence, I think it should be 2 sentences. So it does not have the required negative grade where the driveway meets the road, period. New sentence, the culvert is not properly placed and it is damaging the road. Right now,
I don't have copies of these
yeah,
letters,
yeah.
so.
Yeah, they came out late yesterday.
Yeah, that's
after-
okay.
you- Just
That's
so
fine.
you didn't
I
get a
see
chance
them.
to
No,
print them.
3:55 PM.
yeah.
Didn't make it to your inbox in time.
No.
That's why I put a
3:35.
And that's it on 9 Jungfrau Road.
So I'll make a motion that we modify this letter
Okay.
and sign it out of session. Send it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
3-0. Anything on driveways?
Nope.
I
No.
think there's one more.
Oh,
Yep.
7A?
I thought I had 7A. I got it here. I printed this out twice. Let me see, read 7A.
I think it should have pretty much the exact same changes.
We're using 7A because it says 7A on the sign at the lot. We should really look to see what the tax database calls it.
Yeah, because
If they're wrong, we don't want to use their number.
the permit request comes in saying 7A, but I don't believe that could possibly be a correct address,
I don't think that's the town's numbering system.
right?
Okay, so on 7A, you have the exact same
Yes.
paragraph as 3 on 9, where it should say does not. You say does have the required negative grade. It should read the driveway that has been constructed does not. That's the missing word. The negative grade where the driveway meets the road, you have a comma. That's where I put a period, then start a new sentence saying the culvert is not properly placed and it is damaging the road.
Yep. So it'll be the same changes.
That and yeah, and that's it. Oh, and this one, this was your second set of ones. My name is misspelled.
Oh, how did I do that?
That's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry.
It's a draft.
It's a draft. It's totally a draft. Now the question is, do you want me to make all these corrections on mine and send it out to everybody for one final review?
No, I think Nancy can do it, and the final review would be when you're there.
Okay.
We've already made a motion to
signing,
sign it
so-
as.
Right.
Yeah,
Right, to sign it as amended.
yeah.
So he's just pointing out who's amending it, who's doing the draft.
Okay.
Collectively, we both do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Did you send this to us, your changes?
no, I did not.
Okay.
I just
That
did a
would be
pen
helpful.
and ink change. Well, that's what I'm saying. I could
Yeah.
do that and
Yeah.
send it to you.
That would be great.
That's what I was
Yeah.
offering.
Yes.
I'm not saying doing
Yeah.
the final ones. Just
Yes.
do.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna take these back.
So 7A,
7 a.m.
yeah, it's gonna be the same, it's gonna be the same changes as
Yeah,
9A,
it-
as
Yep.
9.
Yeah,
So do we have a motion for 7? Did we do that?
not yet.
So I'll make a motion that we amend the letter with the corrections and sign it out of session and send it.
Okay.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
3-0.
Okay, so some of the ones that I didn't have the information, yesterday afternoon when I was looking at them. So we don't have letters for them yet. 22 Aspen,
Mm-hmm.
2 Chicora Review, 7, 47 Hutwell, and 45, I think is the other one, on Hutwell. Now, we had discussed the one on 45 last week. This is the one that I think originally it was supposed to have an engineered drawing.
That's the ski slope one is?
Yes, yes, and no such, we haven't made a motion to say that we're gonna require that. So that was my question on that one, to put a letter together for them, that we're gonna require that they have have an engineer drawing for protection of the road.
I think we do because work has resumed on that property.
That's 25. I mean,
No, the ski slope one.
I think that's 47.
It is.
Where, 47 is the one that has the existing foundation.
Yeah.
That's not the ski slope.
Okay, hold on a moment. I'm
Which
talking-
one are you calling
Is there
ski
even a
slope?
driveway?
There's two
Uh,
of
I
them.
thought it has the
There's
existing
two of them.
foundation.
The one with the foundation
Is,
is a radical slope.
yes,
And
That's the one with the existing foundation.
yep.
And this is yesterday, and there's
are
a,
you calling 27? We
47?
can't have nicknames for these
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah, they were both very steep, and neither one of them is,
right, but the one that's further, is closer to the turnaround burn. I'm not talking about that
47.
one.
47.
Okay, so this would then be probably
Foundation
45.
47.
Foundation 47.
Yep.
Yes,
Okay.
27 has no foundation, it's just rock cut.
Yes,
Correct.
that's back toward the house that's putting in the septic
Near
system.
flats.
Yeah,
Yep.
right. I'm talking about when we did our driveway inspections, we spent a lot of time at this property. Okay, you nicknamed it this one. I thought you nicknamed this one the ski slope.
I
road.
did.
You did.
okay,
And this is
And
47.
back at that time, there
Yes.
was no heavy machinery there.
That's correct.
And this is the one that the original engineering drawing was really a septic design?
They voted to have this lot require a septic, an engineering design showing how it was going to have a negative grade and protect the road. The foreman came back several times trying to get that passed without it. The last time he came with a septic design and the board approved it on a septic design, not an engineering design specifically for the driveway. It showed no cross sections showing how the driveway was gonna actually,
Right. So I guess my question is, without a proper design that shows how the driveway
yes,
is going to be constructed and to protect our road, that without that, no work can proceed on the house itself?
right, and Yes.
Okay,
One of
so,
the things is, there's no culvert, so how they're accessing this for construction of the house, and there's no driveway there.
well,
Yeah,
this
I was
machinery's
gonna
just
say,
driving
there's
up
no
that,
driveway.
Right.
There's,
a semblance of a dirt road.
Yeah, for the
they
machines.
have 90 days to construct a driveway upon permit.
Mm-hmm,
There's no driveway there.
yeah.
Right,
We're completely exposed to heavy rain, washing this entire thing down again.
right.
Last time it did, it came across the road and damaged the property across the road.
Okay, so I guess for the moment, we can excuse the property owner for not having received this letter yet, didn't know, and has started work again, but do we not need to report this to code enforcement in Madison to put a cease and desist until the driveway engineering drawing is completed?
Yeah, we're,
So was there a construction permit issued for this property, for the
There was.
driveway?
Yes.
There was, and they've expired.
Okay, well, we could use that.
Because when we,
so to answer your question, in discussions with the code enforcement office, he mentioned notifying DES about the exposure of the landscape to erosion. And there's no protection against the
okay,
environment being harmed.
so we need to let them know the latest developments.
Right, we could send a message to the Madison code enforcement officer to have him take a look at this and say, we are withdrawing any construction permit, it's expired, and we're concerned about this.
Okay, and again, this address is, so
47.
that's 47, okay.
Yep.
And I'm thinking 45 should get the same letter. It's expired, and in order for work to continue, we will need to see an engineered drawing of how the driveway is going to meet the road. Because they're both very steep, and the applications didn't have much of anything for cross.
Is there anything
know.
at 45? Is there anything being built there? Is it just getting cleared?
45 is being cleared, 47 is the one that already has a foundation.
Okay.
It's a bad picture, but that's the really steep one that's further down, further along, I believe it's further along Hutwell, past the one with the foundation. It has a real steep slope.
It's closer to the curve into
Yeah, yeah.
Does that have a house on it?
No, this one
Oh.
doesn't have a house yet. It just has a very steep driveway going up and a clearing. And it looks like, I think from the last time we inspected this, back on the 19th of June, I think he's laid down some more gravel, if I recall correctly. I didn't take a picture of that one that time. The preceding one with the foundation I did. Because I checked, I said, was that heavy machinery there last time? And it wasn't. I'm just making sure our addresses are absolutely correct, so we're not confusing.
Yeah, I don't wanna ping the wrong
Because
property owner.
Right. I'm asking because we have 45 and 47, and if this one is further down toward the
It's gonna be
curve,
higher than 47
yeah,
number.
that's why I'm thinking the one with the
That's not
foundation
it.
may be 45. No?
Nope. No, it's 47, I know that one.
Okay, so the one you're talking about, 45, is before you come to this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Don't read.
I need to see
I
them
can't
again.
visually.
Yeah.
I can't visual.
Yeah. And as we know, some of these properties, they're not marked.
No,
All right.
Okay, so
So do we wanna do an
there's an
additional?
idea, when we come to, if we update the driveway ordinances, we should require that there's a permanent house number, lot, address number put on the lot. Cause we're running into that problem is, we're even seeing wrong house numbers on lots, and no house numbers
Wow.
on lots, that's when we should require it. Can't have a driveway permit without having
I like
a
that idea.
number sign up on it.
Okay.
So where are we?
You were talking about ones,
So are we drafting letters first and then, notifying the code enforcer? I'm sure he'd probably want to see these letters.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, someone mentioned before that the construction permit has expired. I'm not talking about,
Yes.
Yes.
They're both
Yes,
expired.
they're both expired.
so he could be notified prior to us having the driveway permit issue sent to the homeowner, property owner.
Yeah, but I think he'd probably want to know the specifics because as he discussed, he goes by that approved construction permit.
Right.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
yeah,
I mean, I don't have a problem with it, it's,
yeah,
I guess we just need to let him know as soon as possible,
yeah,
as well as the property owner.
yeah, right.
okay,
So do we want to do expired and
Mhm.
we'll add a requirement for engineered drawings?
Engineer
En-
drawing
Engineered drawings on both?
for the driveway, yeah. And,
It is well within the limits of the ordinance that clearly says that if the slope is too high and can change drainage and runoff,
Mm-hmm.
that we have the right to require engineered drawings.
Right, that should go right in the letter,
Yeah.
word for word.
yep,
so I'll make a motion that we draft letters to number 45 and number 47 Hotwell Drive that say your original permit is expired
Mm-hmm.
and that we are requiring an engineering drawing showing the slope and the negative grade and how it's gonna protect the road. And that we sign that out of session.
So are the same like 30-day
Yes.
gonna apply, yeah. And fines as well?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
Second.
further discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Lots of signing out of session.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we do have to get these out.
Yep. Anything else?
Nope, that was it.
Bob?
right along.
Okay,
okay.
so
Did you guys wanna go through the,
profit and loss?
no, did you already go do the manifests?
We did.
Yes, we
Yes.
have
Oh, you
one
did?
thing about Nick's, the
Du Bois
White
King.
and King invoice being paid out of the operating manifest when a lot of what he did was talk about the water and that was what he
Okay,
came
so
up.
that's only done because when I review past bills that are done, the recent ones were done out of operating.
Was there a split showing
Not
on
that I
QuickBooks
recall.
that you, not that you
Not that I
recall?
recall.
When
But-
the White and King talks about roads, for example, that's out of operating.
Right,
If we have him working on the water system,
that should be a portion out of, right, but,
so if looking at past bills, if you don't look at what it was that he was invoicing for,
uh-huh,
that determines what company in QuickBooks pays for it.
right. So we could use this as, for the next coming where a portion of operating gets replenished from a check from the water assessment. We've done it twice already.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, the majority of his time, the overwhelming majority of his time was spent talking about the
Yeah,
Como zone.
correct. Yeah, you're right.
And whereas the operating budget is has to be run squeaky tight this year.
I got it.
If anything,
So
I would say.
I'm only going by past history that I see in the billing
Yeah.
system.
And I'm
so-
saying that we really should look at taking 100% of this out of.
Out of water?
Okay, so do you want me to void and reissue out of water?
That would keep QuickBooks the cleanest, I would think, doesn't it? We could
It would,
have the water reimburse
correct,
operating if
right,
that's
which
easier.
we have done.
But the cleanest is just to,
Void and reissue out of water.
right,
Okay.
void and reissue, I like that.
All
Just
right.
keep it clean as well. Apply the
Okay,
KISS
sorry to
principle.
get off track.
Nope, that's
No,
fine.
no, no.
And just so you know, we did make a motion to sign the checks out of session because we didn't
Okay,
know what
with the
time
change.
the checks were gonna actually,
With the change
yeah,
now that we've determined, yeah,
yep.
okay. Gotcha. So I don't know if you wanna
Sign the rest of
indicate
it?
that and,
Do you
yeah,
want to sign the rest
it's
of
up
them?
to you guys.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Well,
we're
This is
here.
where we're gonna start this new tradition of having the treasurer move over to a treasurer's
Oh,
table, start signing these
okay.
things.
Is that her cue? Or, no?
Her
Okay, I
cue,
don't know.
her cue would be when Jeff leaves
Oh,
and the water operator's not
But you
there
weren't ready.
once a month.
But nobody told her.
so I'm
sign the
gonna
check so
take
we
out
can get
that
'em
check,
out.
so you don't mistakenly sign it.
So,
So the amount is gonna change, obviously, so I don't know
Yes,
if you
because
want me
one
to
will slide
update,
to the water.
update this
Right.
before you
Yep.
sign it, or,
change the vote on the manifest because the
Yeah,
checks
we
will be.
voted the manifest as is.
yeah,
So-
correct,
So-
The operating's gonna go down by 720 and
Yes.
the water's gonna go up by 720.
yep.
So we need, I guess we do need to make a motion.
Yes,
Do we want numbers associated with that? So I gotta break out
Yeah.
my calculator?
it's right here.
Yeah, I know my
All
calculator's
right, so
here.
I'm gonna put a line through it.
So let's do the operation one first. You got $12,388.91.
So amended, taking Dubois and King out will now be $11,668.91. Let me double check my math so I'm not talking out of turn. I always count twice. 720 is the Dubois and King. So yes, the amended number is $11,668.91.
Make a motion, we amend the operating manifest down to $11,668.91 by taking the Dubois and King check and moving it over to water.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now we're gonna take the water account of manifest of $2,506.60, and we're gonna add $780 to that,
720.
$720.
720, so the new amount is $3,226.60. I will double check that once again. The old amount was $2,506.60. We add 720. The new amount is $3,226.60.
I make a motion, we amend the water manifest to $3,226.60 by adding the Dubois and King bill to that manifest.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
3-0.
Pass me the checks, I'll sign them.
We have no reason for a non-public session today.
No.
Seeing no further agenda items, I'll make a motion that we adjourn this meeting at 10:04
Second.
with Joy. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
3-0. Adjourn at 10:04. Thank you, Carol.
Wow,
I think that was the fastest one we've had yet.
wow.
And we had a lot of downtime.
And you're not allowed to say no to a motion to adjourn.